everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Motivational Monday with Morgan. Today I'm going to talk about parenthood and how it takes a village and how to build one. So I just want to share with you guys a little story about parenthood for me. I have 3 children and I have a true village around me now, but it did not always start out that way. And so when I was having my first daughter, Cameron, Devin and I lived in North Carolina. We had moved here to really for my job, but then we started Burn Boot Camp. We knew nobody. We had no family here. And what we did have was a really, really great community within Burn. And so when I was starting to have children, I still do not have family today here as we speak. And so that can become really, really challenging, when you're trying to build your business or, you're trying to build a career and you're having babies and you just don't have a lot of family help near you. And so I just want to talk about how important it is to start building a village. And whether that means you have kids or not right now, it's important to just build new relationships, all the time and constantly doing an audit on the relationships that you do have and making sure that you're really aligned with the people that you surround yourself with. And so back to when I was, having babies, I had Cameron, I was knee deep in building our business and we needed help. And so I did hire a nanny. She was, to me, it was hard to hire help because I felt very, very guilty as a mom. But you know what? I think about how if I did have family here, I don't feel like it would be any different than letting my mom help me with, my daughter. I had to pay for that and I had to, get a nanny, but she became family to me. To this day, she is still like a member of my family almost 7 years later. She still comes and stays with us at the house. She actually works for me still, just not in the nanny capacity. But that's how I see my relationships, as friends and family and people that love my children. It's a non-negotiable to be in my village, but not love my children, not as much as me, because let's be honest, that's not really possible, but, to care and to love for my children as I would. And so it's okay to find those people that are going to help you out. And so I just want to talk about, if you don't feel like you have family near you or you don't feel like you have a village, here's some ways that you can focus on that. Number 1 is mom groups, finding other mom groups in your area. There's so many mom groups that have meetups, that go to play dates together, grab coffee together. That is a huge resource. I'm a part of a couple of mom groups, and not necessarily to meet other moms and have play dates, but also offer really, really good advice for when something's happening in my children's life, just kind of throwing it out there and knowing that I have other moms that have gone through similar things than me and are willing to offer me really great advice. So mom groups are one great way to start to build your village. Number 2, join a community like Burn Boot Camp. Of course I'm going to plug Burn because it's what I know and it's what I've built, and I've seen so many amazing relationships be built in the gym and outside of the gym. But find a community of like-minded mothers or women that are there for you, that are cheering you on, that want to see you win. And then you guys can find commonalities. Maybe you have small children that are the same age, or maybe you know about different schools and different activities that you guys can all do together. And so your gym, find that community. Your church, I know there's amazing groups within your own church if that's something that you're a part of, but you really truly have to seek it out, okay? It's not just gonna come to you, and that's with anything in life. If you really want something, you have to go out and do that work and put that time in to build those relationships. And you may be thinking, well, I don't have enough time to do that. And I would just really encourage you that it pays off. That time that you can invest in meeting other moms at your kids' school or your kids' preschool or daycare, things like that. Meeting other moms, that's so important for your children to even see those types of relationships as you guys are growing, and having them be able to have play dates with other friends. They learn so much through that play. And so I think it's, I remember there was a time in my life where I was like, man, I just don't have time to go to all the mom stuff, and I don't have time to go to these play dates. Like, I have work, and then we're coming home and we have all these different activities. And I remember I was telling myself that in my head, that I didn't have time for it. And I can remember my sister was like, she's got a little bit older kids than me, and she encouraged me to lean into those relationships and those play dates and those birthday parties. I know it's a lot on the weekend, but that's where you can build that village. And so when you are in need of something, you have people to tap into and you don't feel like you're alone on an island. I've built relationships now with other moms in my kids' classrooms, and they're there to help me if I need help with something, if I need something to be brought to the school or a field trip, or we just get to text each other to make sure that we're staying on track and we're remembering all the things that have to happen for school. And so it takes time, it takes work, and it's not going to be 100 out of 100. That's another thing. Maybe you're going to meet some people that you realize, hey, they're not part of my village, and that's okay. But you will never know if you don't try. So if you're feeling like you're on an island right now and in parenthood, and you're really seeking some connection, some help, someone to just lean on and know that you're not walking alone, I would encourage you today to check out mom groups. If you're at Burn Boot Camp, which if you're listening to this, likely you're at Burn Boot Camp, lean into that. Stick after camp for a little bit and introduce yourself to new people. If you're taking your kid to Childwatch, look at the other moms that are coming to do pickup and introduce yourself, see who their kids are, ask to go on a play date, extend some of that kindness, and it can be intimidating, but I know that you can do it, and it pays off. Church groups, and just knowing that you're not alone is so, so important. So build that village, guys. Hey, I'm here for you. If you guys ever want to connect with me, please come follow me on Instagram, morgan.a.klein. I love chatting in the DMs. I love talking about all things motherhood and parenthood. And so come give me a follow and let's connect.